And then the next thing, the father is telling me, oh, this one wants to eat, though, come and give him food. And my nephew is like, yeah, it's food now. Gosh, I guess it's as bad as mine. I was livid. I was so angry. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Hello, how you doing? This is another episode of Motherhood Journey with Queen Billion. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing fine. Yeah, this side is the 18 already. Like play. So far so good. So I had to go out yesterday for a long time for the first time. I had to go out today for the first time. I had to get to school, so I was only given 2 weeks off, and it was quite emotional damage. Emotional damage, or how did they say? How does the Chinese guy say it? Leaving my baby. His dad had to go out. My niece had to go to work. So the only option left was my nephew, who had never been left alone with him. So he was a bit concerned, but my husband was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. And luckily he had expressed milk, so at least he had a good starch. At least he has a starch of milk that can last him for at least a week. So, so one day, okay. So I went to school, and then I took my breast pump with me to school, hoping to find a clean place to be able to pump on private place. And I go to school, and when it was lunch break, spoke one of my lecturers, and they found me a staff office to do it. It was quite helpful. I was out of the privacy I needed, and I really did pump well. It was about 160 mil. Yeah, it was quite nice, and I also used that period to call in, because I left him around 9, so I'd fed him really well. So the next time he's supposed to be eating is in like another 3 hours, so that was around 12. I called, he was sleeping, he had not woken up yet. So from what they told me when I got home, it's around 1, and he rushed the milk. And it's faster with the bottle, so it's easier for him to get filled up easily, and he slept back. So it was quite a day being away from him for hours, but I think it was a good thing. Thinking about it, I think it's sort of cool to be able to have that kind of change in activity, especially for someone like me who is always up and about and always very active, doing the same thing, having to sit down in one place. It was like an opportunity to change routine a bit. So I did. So on my way back to school, I had to make a few stops to get to look for a pharmacy that could order the dressing for me, since most of them were stock it. And luckily I was able to get one at the GP pharmacy. And so yeah, and by the time I was leaving, it was already dark, winter season. So I I boarded the bus. I was already around 4, and by the time my boss had pressed the bell for the bus driver to stop, and then he decided not to stop. I was so angry and exhausted. He dropped me off at the next bus stop. Thankfully, I wasn't so far from the house also. Walked back and got home, and I was inundated with the gist of how my son had not pooped all day, how he'd been sleeping, how he'd been quiet, how he'd eating. Yeah, all nice and good. I met him crying. I met them changing his diaper. So he could have been crying for a million and one reason, but definitely, maybe hunger too. But I had not settled in, and I was tired. Somebody should even be asking me like, what do you want to eat? Hope you've eaten, that kind of empathy. And then next thing, the father is telling me, oh, this one wants to eat though, come and give him food. And my nephew is like, yeah, it's food now. Gosh, I guess it's as good as mine. I was livid. I was so angry. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? I just took my son and just went inside to feed him because at that moment I just couldn't. I just didn't have energy. But, I made sure that I gave, like, if I'm not coming, he would have figured out what to do to pacify him. So, why are you making it look like, oh, come and carry your property? People really need to be sensitive to people, especially partners. You need to be sensitive to your partner. It might look like they are not giving you attention at that time. How do you even expect them to give you any attention? No, let's even be reasonable for a few seconds. They've battled to stay alive and bring forth a whole human being after 9 to 10 months, and they are still sore, trying to heal from a scar that will be there for a lifetime. Sleepless nights, constantly feeding the child, and then you say things that make them feel less than human, like they're not just a milk factory, just food. Yeah, it's all well and good when everybody's joking, maybe everybody's in a good mood, but you need to be sensitive and be emotionally aware, be emotionally alert for your partner, because the things that lead to postnatal depression are mostly caused by emotional stress. And you as a partner should not be the one fueling the emotional distress. Don't bankrupt your partner of their emotional needs. You can't be expecting them to draw from emotional bank that is already dried up. The crazy thing about the fact that when people call, the only person they're asking, why is baby? They're not even bothered about how are you feeling? Hope you're good. The only people that have truly cared to ask me how I'm feeling or how I am are people that have gone through what I have gone through. My peers and some older friends who have some not people in their 50s, like that still recently had babies, that's what I mean. They are the ones that are bothered to actually check up on me to say, how are you? Hope your scar is healing fine. Hope you're at least getting some sleep. Hope you're not going crazy. Hope you're coping. Hope you understand. Those are the people that have really truly empathized and have been emotionally there for me. But if my partner can't even be emotionally aware of the fact that, look, my wife, a lot has changed in her life. She can't even do or be the person that she used to be, and she's trying to find herself, and you damage her emotionally, there is no way that you're going to get any love. So it's what you sow in that season that will determine the kind of love that you would receive in that season and after that season, when she's finally healing and coming out of it. And I strongly believe that there is a need for couples to go for pre-parenting counseling just the way they go for pre-wedding counseling. I think it would go a long way to prepare everybody's minds so that you're not, having too much expectations of each other, and you should know what is expected of each other. If I am taking care of the baby, let's say out of 24 hours, I'm taking care of the baby 18 hours. I mean, who is taking care of me? Every other person may be cooking, may doing this for me, but who is taking care of me emotionally? Because the truth is, it's really been draining. And having to combine, school life with this, and then I come on to people that are not being thoughtful. You understand? I believe a lot of women must have gone through this, and I'm raising my voice to say we need to stop this culture of this culture that lacks empathy, and see the woman. If she's taking care of the baby, will be fine. Don't make her feel like, oh, we're only taking care of you during pregnancy just because we needed you to bring forth a human being. We don't care if you had actually died on the table. Because that's actually the way I've been feeling for the last 2 weeks. So, we need to be careful. Just the way you held their hands through the pregnancy, you need to even hold them some more. Because everything is a new experience for them, and they're just trying to figure it out. Don't add to their stress. Don't add to their stress. So that was day 18 for me, and for any woman going through this, find the right time to bring it up with your spouse, with your partner. Don't let it escalate further than it has, so that when everything is normalizing and you're using back your life into normalcy, you don't get to that point and you are both strangers, and you have normalized bad behavior, and you have normalized not having empathy, not lacking emotional intelligence. You have normalized just being unkind and wicked to yourselves, not deliberately, but just the situation. You as a man cannot be demanding attention when you are not giving her attention. It was what you sow that you will reap. After all, it's the seed you planted in her that became a baby. So plant the right seeds, and then you see her blossom. So afterwards, I had to look into an assignment, at least start it. So as laptop was in front of me, baby was in my arms feeding, multitasking. I was able to do the bit I could, and I'm going to look at it again tomorrow. Be able to at least do what I need to do. So all in all, I think it's not a bad idea to get away from the cycle of activities that you have been into for 2 weeks. Get fresh air, do other things, just be away from the same activities and see if it helps you to clear your head. I had mixed feelings at first, but actually it gave me time to clear my head. You understand? So that's the 18, guys. See you in the next episode. Don't worry, I eventually ate. My niece eventually sorted me out after she came back from work. I had eba and ogbono soup. So I I did eat, but you know, it's not until you beat somebody. Emotional abuse can really be more damaging than physical abuse. Let's be careful.